If you're having trouble with the behemoth,
A new subscriber. Now that's pretty
go
Revvy
into
rad.
the fight solo with as much health as humanly possible. Do not attack and just dodge. Like, do it for 10 minutes, maybe. Like, just watch the behemoth, don't attack, and just try and dodge at the right times. And after doing that for 10 minutes, I guarantee you'll go into your next hunt and just be like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Like, you're putting yourself in situations that are best for learning a particular thing. When you're learning the piano, you don't try and play a Mozart piece, you know, immediately. You might be able to, and you might have someone there alongside of you to help you how to learn something, but you're not gonna be able to play it fluently like on your first go. It's just not possible. So what are you gonna do? I'm gonna remove the combat. I'm gonna remove like the pressing of buttons to use my weapon, and just focus on my stamina management and dodging the attack. If I want to get better at dodging, you need to learn how to dodge. You know, you just dodge. Forehead. Like, it's honestly that simple. To get better at dodging, you just focus on dodging. And just go in solo. Don't, like, subject people to that behavior, you know? Like, you're gonna be able to learn more through... Oh, dude, we got the Virulent with the Sharpened, and dude, this is gonna be some nice damage. Yo, Crow, thank you very much for the sub. We're gonna do this recording, the Virulent Impact Sharpened Sword, and we'll see how it fares versus, say, you know, the axe that can one-shot. It's dealing damage, that's for sure. I mean, I expect it to deal damage. Virulent is absolutely busted in that regard, but it's where it's really gonna pop off is in the duels. So like just picking up Virulent in this case made it so like the Pangar fight was almost the same as like me using the Hellion sword. It's very quick. I don't even like the build is very like straightforward too. We're using Conduit, Cunning, Iceborne, Sharpened, Discipline, Energized, and Rage 3. The only damage that we have passively is Rage 3, but Virulent with Sharpened is just kind of busted. But we also have like critical strike damage. I guess that can be counted as like passive damage. But it's just we want the crit chance for Virulent. Like very minimal, kind of like off meta cells that just so happen to get more busted with a current array of particular perks. I will sort of disclose that this is probably like what, our 6th run, so, and all the other ones have been significantly slower. So if you're interested, the whole point of this is to build Terra damage or sword mastery. This is probably the best way to do it, is, you know, breaking parts. Carry this. Breaking parts with Sharpened, and you get the additional damage. I tried to interrupt that while dodging the tail. But the multiplier on Virulent is just very high, but it also hits other behemoths. And so you not only get a ton of part damage from running Sharpened.
What's up, gamers?
You also get
welcome to the Reverend
a big multiplier on a behemoth's main HP bar, as opposed to breaking just parts in general. Because you can run Sharpened and you'll still get like part damage counts towards your damage mastery, and even lantern damage count, like item damage counts towards your damage mastery. It's just whatever you have equipped at the time. But while I don't really mind farming damage via Sharpened, it's just kind of cool to take on Escalation with a very subpar build and just kind of see it in action and finish it quickly and deal a lot of damage, you know, like a lot of part damage, whether it's raw or part damage. So the way that it works is, I don't know if this is necessarily a bug or just kind of how it's coded, and it just wasn't really thought about. It might be like an unintentional sort of bug thing where Virulent scales off of like the displayed damage, right? It doesn't matter if it's you know, Rage Hunter, like passive damage from like Predator, or raw damage from Rage Hunter, Overpower, you know, whatever, things that boost your, you know, damage that deal damage to a behemoth's HP bar. But Sharpened has a fat multiplier for part damage, and so and that will obviously increase your display number. And then when that crits, that procs even more damage and also procs Virulent Impact, and that displayed damage starts getting starts pinging the behemoths for the, I think it's 75% damage. So we have Duelist Precision here, and we also have Transcendent Spite, which is going to make a really big difference. Transcendence is very, very good. So we have a lot of crit amps. No Thrill of the Hunt, but this is a very, very nice display. And we also have a Terra weapon, by the way, so we're going to be dealing quite a bit of damage to Malkarian just by running the Koshai weapon. Koshai weapon actually works pretty well. I thought I had that interrupt. Koshai weapon actually works really well because Malkarian likes to run away a lot like Karabak. And so at least with the sword, it comes up really quickly. Like, you don't need to spend a lot of time waiting for the unique effect, but you get a lot of damage out of it. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video like this because, I mean, you might have seen Derps, you might have seen Doe's video on this stuff, but I wanted to explain why. I also wanted to, you know, get a little bit of farming in myself. That was a 6k crit on the sword. Very nice. But I wanted to try it out on the sword, and then I also wanted to just kind of let people know that the community knew about this. Like at least like the meta channel community in the community Discord knew about this. It was Frugal that told us about it, and it was no one particular like individual. Like, we've all seen it. It was never like a secret, right? It was shared information, and then we started making videos on it. So I just wanted to kind of clear the air there. Coming up with the builds is like the easy part. It's realizing the information and seeing it firsthand. And then like the Dauntless community is really good about sharing information like that. And it reminds me of like a speedrunning community, which is, you know, when I started playing and speedrunning in alpha, like that's what I loved about it, is everybody was just pooling together and coming together and sharing their information for their favorite weapons, and, you know, the breakthroughs that happened in that regard. It wasn't so much about like flexing, but trials, you know, now it's a little bit more about flexing. But I don't hate trials. I actually would rather have trials in the game over not, just because it gives us a format that's not annoying. But speedrunning back in the day is like a whole nother video. Yeah, anyway, back to the video. I can kind of go over the build a little bit more. It's like Virulent obviously procs on crit. Not the fastest Malkarian kill, but we're not after the fast kills, we're after the damage numbers. Cunning helps us achieve that by increasing damage by 30%, critical strike damage by 30%, and increasing the rate that we critically strike. We're looking for amps like Thrill of the Hunt, Transcendent Spite, anything that increases our crit or damage, honestly. Like sometimes you can't really you can't really control the amp, so it is whatever. It is what it is. One thing that I think people are sleeping on for the axe is Duelist Precision. Like, if you can get Virulent with Duelist Precision, it's not going to be the best thing in the world, but you'll guarantee that big Sharpened crit. It's a good way to guarantee it. So that's something that I didn't see in either of their videos that I kind of wanted to just state. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the Shattered Isles. Ooh woo.